We just got back from Disney and now we want to give you our full trip report.
This is our second time in 3 months, so we've got all the info on food, rides, and always more.
And especially a lot of heat as well. Welcome back to I2I, the place where we talk about anything and everything Disney. My name's Kyle.
And my name is Jessica. And before we get started today, if you haven't already, please consider subscribing to our channel and turning on that notification bell so you don't miss any of our content.
And this is another trip report. I always enjoy these because it gives us an opportunity to reminisce on the amazing experiences that we have at Disney parks. Because
and also give you maybe some suggestions on how to do your trip when you go.
First suggestion, number one, don't go in the summer.
It
I think that was probably the hottest we've ever been, to be honest.
Seriously, and we have been in the summer. We've been in August. We went August of the pandemic.
And even September, it's hot, too.
And, well, I'm just saying, we went August of the pandemic, had to wear masks outside, and it was not this hot. It was the hottest I've ever been in Disney World. So, just maybe go in the fall. And
this is a good thing also. We don't want to start out by just complaining about things, but we all know it's Florida. We all know it's hot. We all know so it's humid. The thing was, and this is a good thing, too, we were supposed to get rain every single day. I'm not talking about your typical 30%.
No, we were like 50, 60%.
Most of the week. We made it the entire week, and we'll talk about this some. The first night we were there, and the last day we had some sprinkles. That was all the rain we had when we started the week. Thinking
and the first night we were there, it was like...
It did downpour. But after that, it was sunshine. But I think that's part of the reason why it was so humid, because all that moisture was still in the air that needed to come out.
True.
And it never technically did, at least while we were outside. So, which I was thankful for, because there's nothing worse than being in a theme park just when it's just pouring rain.
Yeah.
Because
we've been there. Obviously.
It's not fun.
So we started our week-long trip. We went for a full week.
This was with my family.
Yep.
Quick reminders though before we get started on that. We're going to be doing a lot of discussion about stuff that we won't be able to cover here. We're going to be putting unedited vlogs here. We're going to have our edited vlogs on I2I in the parks. We got hauls, we got food reviews coming up. So just look for more of the stuff on this channel, but especially on I2I and the Parks channel, because I want to make sure I remember to tell you guys that before we go too much further. Now you may go.
So we stayed at Animal Kingdom Lodge for the full week. We stayed in Kidani Village. Yep.
That was really nice. Can we give a shout out to my brother Caleb, who set that one up for us? That was
a great job.
Two-bedroom villa.
It was a 2-bedroom villa with a like a living room in the middle that had a pull-out couch and had its own private bathroom too, and laundry in the room. That was
clutch. Having 3 bathrooms.
3 bathrooms and a washer and dryer, because I feel like I didn't use the washer and dryer, but your family used it quite a lot, so that was nice.
I've noticed that about my family over the years of obviously living with them, that they enjoy having the wash. They'll take advantage of it if it's there.
They certainly do, and it probably makes packing a lot easier for them, because if they've got a washer and dryer, they don't have to pack as much stuff.
Or you just have, some of those favorite clothes that you can just clean off real quick and wear again, But I have an outfit for every day, basically.
So our first day that we got there kind of late because there were some issues with the rooms being cleaned, but we did get to spend a lot of time looking at the resort, obviously Animal Kingdom Lodge.
So much fun.
There's a lot of wildlife to look at.
There were times that I would leave the room and where's Jessica? Oh, she's down at the balcony area. Not our balcony, because we were not staying
We didn't have a balcony.
But we went to the main public viewing area, and they have tons of them. I mean, they got the main one when you walk out the front lobby.
Yep.
And then they've got, ones that kind of are along the way. You can go out there and view the animals. And frankly, I think Kidani Village had the best one.
Yeah.
When you go
it was great. And we got to spend a lot of time at the resort throughout the week, just walking up to the other floors, seeing the views from all the areas. So that was a lot of fun. So that was our first day, was really spending a lot of time at the resort, but Disney Springs and one of our favorites, Chicken Guy.
Chicken Guy. We got to introduce our sister-in-law to Chicken Guy, and I think she loved it.
She loved it, which was good because it was her birthday meal that she picked.
Yes. It was an interesting week because it was my birthday, which was the last day we were there. Hers was the first day that we were there.
Yep.
And then in the middle of all this, we're celebrating my youngest brother's graduation from his graduate program. So we were just celebrating,
celebrations and
buttons galore, and we were getting happy birthdays and congratulations and free things. It was a
lot of fun.
It was about the best week you could possibly have besides the heat. So Disney Springs, Chicken Guy, typical stuff. nothing really special outside the
Yeah.
rain to talk there. So let's talk about day one. Well, the
Day
official,
one.
we call that day 0. Day 1 was Hollywood
Hollywood
Studios.
Studios, which is our favorite. Well,
Well,
maybe not your favorite. It's my favorite.
I would say us when we go as a couple, like we went on that 1 day trip, we chose to go to Hollywood Studios because we know together we're going to have the most fun there because you
There's the
love,
most.
that's your favorite ride there, and there's so many cool things to do there.
So we obviously started our day at Rise of the Resistance.
22 minutes. That was it.
Literally.
Through the queue.
And the queue said it was going to be, we think like 45 or 60 minutes. We can't remember exactly, but it said it was going to be substantially longer than it was. We got through it very quickly.
Rope drop.
From the time that we got into the line till the time we left the ride was 44 minutes. So just remember, like, once you actually get into the ride, there is still a substantial amount of stuff that you see the stormtroopers and you go through the movies and you do all of the things before the actual
100%.
ride. So I love that our waiting time and our ride time was the exact same.
It was a great start to the trip. And just as a quick aside, this is kind of a blanket statement for everything. If you're staying on property, you right now you get the extra magic hours entry or whatever, early entry.
If you stay at a deluxe resort.
No. All Disney resorts get the early entry. We'll talk about
it's the extra magic hours. Sorry.
So the early entry for everybody at a Disney resort. Take advantage of that. My recommendation, if you are going in the summer, do that and then take your break in the middle of the day. That is, I'm not sick anymore. I know that sounds weird for Kyle Loomis to say, take a break during the middle of the day. Changed my entire trip.
Told you.
But only because of the heat. Now, if this is winter time, I'm like, stay in the park the entire time. I paid money for this.
Okay, I mean, that's fair, but the heat was absolutely incredible, like, in a bad way. This time, that first day, I kept checking the app, and the heat index was 101. And obviously, being Hollywood Studios, there's a lot of concrete, a lot of asphalt. There's no grass to kind of cool off in. There's obviously no shade in Hollywood Studios.
Buildings, basically.
So it is just blazing hot. So, but we still had fun.
So we did, we got through everything that day that we wanted to.
Crowds were very manageable.
We used Genie Plus, and that worked pretty well for us this time. We had a lot better experience overall with Genie Plus this time, just across the board, than we did the first time around a few months ago.
Yeah.
That night, we had park hopping all week, so we decided that we were going to go ahead and knock out a firework.
Yep.
Because of, you never know what the weather's going to do.
Right.
But we also just wanted to not have to worry about that. Like, Jessica doesn't enjoy the fireworks as much as I do, but it is something that I don't want to miss at least one time. And so we went and watched the brand new 50th celebration show. What's it? Disney Enchantment, I think is what it's called, at the Magic Kingdom. Got great a view for that. I mean, we were dead center, probably right as the hub starts there. And, we got behind a group that wasn't taller than us for the most part.
Right. It worked out really well. The kids that were around us, they were able to be on their parents' shoulders where it wasn't blocking anybody behind them either. It just was like the perfect opportunity for everybody around us.
It was just an absolutely great experience. This is a great start to a very busy day. Didn't stop there though, because day 2 was the March of Death in the heat, Epcot.
That's true. I do think Epcot felt hotter than, than Hollywood Studios, because there was a moment we were sitting on a bench and I thought, I am just really going to die today.
And then I made the suggestion, do you want to go back to the room? And she's like, thank God.
Yeah. So Epcot, we spent a lot of time. Obviously, that day, Guardians of the Galaxy ride was not open yet. It was still...
It's calling me, though.
Yeah, it was still, 4 days before
Come to me, Kyle.
The opening. So we did a wonderful progressive meal for lunch.
Oh, man. Let me tell y'all. We're going to talk about this some more in greater detail, because like I said, we got other videos coming out. There's just too much to talk about in one sitting. But let me just say, the Fruscio from, was it the Japan Pavilion? My goodness.
So, what festival was this?
This was the Flower and Garden Festival. It was our first time seeing that.
That's right. Duh, all the topiaries. So, first time seeing Flower and Garden topiaries. It was a lot of fun, but obviously the food carts, our whole family loved it. Everybody could get something different. We all would get little, samples and just taste each other's, try everything out. I think we tasted almost all of the pavilions.
I'm going to say a controversial statement. This is better than Food and Wine. I know you disagree, but I'm just going to say I enjoyed this more than I did Food and Wine. And I love Food and Wine Festival.
Food and Wine Festival is way better food. The benefit of this, though, is you get amazing food and you get the topiaries. So I'm going to go with, I'd probably pick Flower and Garden, but the food is better at Food and Wine.
I don't know. We'll debate that for another day. But it was a great first experience. So mainly that, we rode Remy's Ratatouille Adventure
for the first time.
It was a great experience getting to do that. And it's a lot, that trackless system is always really unique.
Yeah.
So we did take a break in the middle of the day, came back and watched what, in my opinion, the best fireworks display that they've ever pulled off.
At
Epcot. This just...
And the best at Disney. So there's a couple reasons why I think that.
Right.
I hate Magic Kingdom fireworks just because we all know I'm a nurse. A nurse through and through at heart, especially an emergency nurse. Magic Kingdom fireworks stress me out so much because every time I think, and they did a better job of giving that middle lane of emergency, which they've never done before that we've been there. But I always think at Magic Kingdom, if somebody has a medical emergency, there's no way they're going to get out of here quickly.
Learning progress, thing.
So at Epcot, everybody can spread out. People aren't just right behind you, touching you and being near you.
And we got a great spot. If you want to have a great spot for this show, right after, I think it's Tequila La Cava, or it's the quick service. There's the quick service in the Mexico Pavilion, the other inside restaurant, and then the tequila place. I think it's right after that.
Okay.
Where the mariachi band usually plays.
That's where we sat.
And we had a great view right next to some of the effects. So we'll leave it there. You can watch that video when it comes out to see how close we were.
Those fireworks were absolutely amazing.
The music and just, listen, we got too much other stuff to talk about, but I could gush all night about that. I walked away from that. I was like, I didn't think anything would beat Happily Ever After. But they did it. They did it. All right.
So the next day was our break day. We did get to sleep a smidge. And then
we slept pretty good, I'm going to be honest with you. That was like till 9:30 or something like that.
We didn't get to our hotel till 1, 2 in the morning. So
fair statement.
So we went to Sanaa.
Yes.
In our resort for the first time.
And I got to try the spicy sauce at the bread service that they never bring out unless you ask for it or they suggest it for you, because they heard me say I like spicy stuff. And it really worried me because the lady looked at me and she goes, "How much do you like spicy stuff?"
Right. I was worried because you don't normally eat that spicy of food. So
and I was like, you know what? Just bring it out. I'm probably going to pay for it. The first time I tried the peri-peri stuff on the bread, it was hot, but it was fine. That second, I started coughing. I was like, oh, that was too much. It was like that. So if you want it, try it.
Obviously, the bread service, that aside, nobody cares about peri-peri sauce. The normal sauces that you get with it were all really good.
All good.
We see why the bread service is like the cult favorite.
Yeah, I would go back just to do that again.
I think, and a lot of people do, and it was really nice because what I didn't realize, and I don't think your brother did either, when you are done, rather than ordering a full another bread service, you can also order the non-bread piece by piece. Mm-hmm. So if you still have sauce left, you can get just extra pieces of bread.
Right, they won't charge you for the sauces again. They just charge you per the, I guess what you call it.
For the bread.
Bread, or I was going to say loaf, but it's not a loaf. Anyway, so that was brilliant. And we spent the day at the pools at the Animal Kingdom Lodge. Jessica took a nap, as she loves to do on her vacations, which, hey, choose your own adventure type of thing.
Thank you. It wouldn't be a vacation without a nap.
Whispering Canyon Cafe again, which
love it.
Which was out of this world again. It was just, I think, like I said, everything, not just the meats and stuff, but everything was good this time around at Whispering Canyon.
The experience was a lot of fun. They did a lot more stuff with kids this time, so it was a really fun experience.
Bring me the ketchup. I need the ketchup. Ketchup everywhere in this thing, right? Everywhere. Day 4 was Animal Kingdom, and we spent
it was Animal Kingdom
all day there except for another break time, and we kind of did the typical thing. I don't think there was anything that we did out of the ordinary there, because we have our kind of standard practices. You go to
Flight of Passage. Then we actually did Navi River Journey to that time,
because it was only 30 minutes or less or something like that.
Which was shocking.
Then we did, all the other typical stuff, the zoos and things like that. We ended up riding Collie, because, well, most of us did. You did not, because...
No, your mom and I stayed that one out, and after seeing how they looked coming off the ride, we were so glad we sat out.
I don't know what Disney's doing these days at the water rides, but you get soaked these days on everything. Like even Pirates, remember?
That was bizarre. We all got soaked on Pirates from one of the little bombs.
Right. We ended the night there, though, in an amazing way, with getting to ride, I think it was 3 times in a row, Expedition Everest back to back to back. It was like...
Literally, y'all were running. I stayed with your mom for a couple of them.
Last one's down. Right here. Me and my brother Carson, we were just screaming it as we came down. Last one. In the front row, too.
Wow.
And I was wearing my birthday button, even though it wasn't my birthday. And they were like, oh, birthday boy gets to go down. So I'm the last one.
It was your birthday week. That's allowed.
That's fine, yeah. Disney doesn't care.
No.
They'll tell me happy birthday no matter what. Anyway, we ended that night going back to the Magic Kingdom for
Yep.
extra magic hours that were only for deluxe, as you already brought up. You all right?
What time? We left at 1 a.m.?
Well, the hours ended at 1 a.m.
That was such a long
We probably didn't leave until like 1:45.
I think that's it. I think we left at 1:45 and then had to take the monorail to our car. And then...
Well, remember Spaceship Earth, Space Mountain broke down when we were there and we had to wait a little bit.
That's right. Because we always, this is just tradition for us now, we always end our night at Magic Kingdom every single time on Space Mountain. That's just our thing.
Yeah.
And we're in the line. All the lights come on. The ride shuts down. They funnel everybody to one track. There's people on the track. There are flashlights. They're trying to get them off the track that's broken down. It was a hot mess.
This is the second time that we've been to Magic Kingdom. So this is like our third or second ride already in Space Mountain.
Yeah. And you remember at the end of Space Mountain when it was broken down and we couldn't get off the ride?
Oh,
They
yeah.
were like, the car, like the whole ride was completely fine. Like there was nothing bad or anything. But we get to the end and there was something like with us trying to disembark and the car was going, like it literally took us 10 minutes from the time the ride ended till we could get off the ride.
And I was like, one more time.
Right.
One more time, since we're stuck. One more time. So we did that, and then because it was such a long night, we had to take a kind of a break morning.
Yeah.
So we slept in, and we all kind of said we'd do our own thing, but we all ended up at Hollywood Studios. Did all that again. Not as hot, but still pretty hot. Yeah. And we did have a little bit of a stressful moment where we had to run to Rock and Roller Coaster.
Yeah, because Toy Story Mania took twice as long as the posted time.
And I was determined that we were going to make it, and we did.
It was quite stressful for some people in our party.
Did we not make it, though?
Literally by the skin of our teeth.
Did we not make it, though?
15 minutes after our lightning lane time.
And they will honor the 15 minutes. And
we were Googling.
We made it on the money. 15 minutes we're pulling in, scanning the bands.
Literally ran, left his mom back at Toy Story Mania.
So our family chose to kind of end their day there and kind of go home. We just were like, we had energy. So we're like, let's go to the Magic Kingdom. Yeah. And we had an amazing night there where we just we got to ride People Mover and watch the fireworks.
So I wanted to ride People Mover just because I love it. And then as we were riding, we're like, I think if we stay, keep doing it, we'll be able to see the fireworks. So we end the People Mover and the worker's like, do you just want to stay on? The fireworks are about to start. You don't even have to get off. And we're like, yes,
please.
We do. So that was awesome.
That was a little magical moment there. And then we spent the night, we did Space Mountain again, of course.
And we did a bunch of the rinky-dink stuff.
Yeah, but that's the time you want to do that stuff. Like we rode Astro Orbiter that night. Yep. At night, which is beautiful.
We never do Astro Orbiter because it's always such a long wait.
I don't know why it is, but it is. It's just such a long wait. So we did that kind of stuff, and then we ended our night, went back for what was going to be our last day, but it was going to be the craziest day. And let me just tell you, there was a lot of stress in the morning because...
So the day was Kyle's actual... real birthday.
Wearing this shirt on my birthday.
It was also the day
that
Cosmic Rewind opened. Opening day for that.
On my birthday.
On his birthday.
There. Dream come true.
So we had to get on the ride. We didn't care what it took. We were pulling out all the stops. Like we'd already texted our friends that were cast members there. Like, can you do anything? Can you get us rides? Anything. So you and your brothers worked magic that morning.
Well, my middle brother is the one who worked most of the magic, but yes, we all worked together on it.
Yep.
So hats off to Caleb again. So we detail this a little bit more in detail for you guys to know the experience about purchasing Lightning Lane and also just what the queue's like and our experience of the ride. We did a review for that here on this channel if you guys want to go watch that. We also did a reaction right after getting off of it. In the park on I2I in the Parks.
It's so good.
So go check that I2I in the Parks channel that we have. All those links are in the description. We'll put some things up at the top if you want to go click over there and check those things out for that as well. But so we won't maybe dive too much into that since that's there for them. But just know that ride, Guardians of the Galaxy ride, because we were at Magic Kingdom most of the day and took the ride over, took a break over there on the monorail to go do that specifically. The only other thing that I'd bring up from there is we tried the Fruit Loop shake thing, which was pretty good.
Yeah.
And the awesome drink for the Guardians.
Oh, that was so much fun.
Had pear jello pieces in the middle and stuff like that.
Yeah, and we went to obviously Connections and had to get merch from being at Guardians of the Galaxy opening day for Cosmic Rewind.
All that stuff's over at I2I in the parks if you want to check some of that stuff out in a little bit more detail if you want to see our experiences there.
Yeah.
But really, even though we spent all our time visiting Magic Kingdom in piecemeal throughout the week, this was our Magic Kingdom day.
Yeah.
And we did, Genie Plus, and I think, again, very similar to Animal Kingdom, very typical day for us.
Yep, I think we got through everything. We did try Casey's Corner, finally.
Yes.
For the first time.
Yes.
And it was so wonderful. We've always known it would be wonderful. It's just been such a long line, but we could actually get a mobile order time.
I tried the 50th anniversary, was it jam hot dog or something?
It was like strawberry bacon jam,
so
funnel
good.
cake pieces.
So good. So good.
I got corn dog nuggets because I'm basic.
So good, but those were good too. So we highly recommend that if you're visiting for the 50th anniversary, or I do, at least the corn dog thing, because that was just out of this world. I didn't expect it to be that great there. And, like we said, we didn't do the fireworks again, so we had time to go do literally everything. Space Mountain, Splash Mountain,
Peter Pan,
Thunder Mountain. We got 7 Dwarfs done at the middle of the day. I mean, literally everything we wanted to do, we got done on that day, plus some with the Epcot trip over there. And the best way to end my birthday, Space Mountain again.
Multiple times.
But 20 minutes, we got on it twice to end the night. Literally ran through the queue at the end to get on it one more time and got in as the clock was ticking.
Yep, literally. Like,
ladies shutting the door.
They were bringing the metal chain behind us. We're like, no!
I'm not going to lie. My sister-in-law, we were the first 2 to get in. I said, you know what? I don't care if they don't get in. It's my birthday. I'm getting on this ride. So,
literally, because it was me and his 2 brothers. And we're like, where did they go? And we're like, well, we're getting on. If
I was
they
like,
didn't get on.
I ran in as she shouldn't. They're all like, I'm in. Can't do anything. I'm in. I'm on the ride. And so
in that case,
one of the last ones to go down yet again. And we forgot the other night, we got to experience Space Mountain with the lights on.
Yep.
Riding through the People Mover. And Jessica had never seen
was
that
really
before.
cool.
That kind of opened your eyes to
makes
how
it a little
scary it
less
is.
scary.
Oh, really? Less scary?
Way less scary.
Most people say it's more scary because they see how close everything is.
Nah.
Anyway, so listen, I know we ran through a ton of stuff there, and we spent one more day at Disney Springs on the way out, but just kind of getting lunch and stuff like that. So nothing really special. Oh, we did try was it Swirls on the Water or something it's called?
Yep.
Dole Whip Station over there next to what's it called? The animal place, the restaurant animal place, Rainforest Cafe. Right over next to that. Highly recommend that.
Not called Rainforest Cafe.
Yes, it is.
Something about a dinosaur.
No, that's the T-Rex Cafe, which is on the other side of the water. Either way, it's a new spot for all the Dole Whips, and they have specialty flavors there, which we tried, which were really good. So that would be the last recommendation I'd have. So that's some of our experiences of food, fun, heat, everything in between with our family. And I know they had fun, but they were probably dog tired spending it with us.
I was too.
We were all
Kyle
tired.
tries to kill us when we're in Disney.
Now listen, I'm the one that said let's take a break. So
imagine how the rest of us felt.
Anyway, so thank you guys for listening to our just run through of everything, and we could only hit things as little as we possibly could here. So make sure you check out some other videos that will be coming out, whether it be hauls, vlogs, all that kind of stuff here on Eye to Eye in the parks. Anything else, Jessica?
That's it for me.
Till we assemble again.
May the force be with you.
And we'll see you real soon.
Bye, guys.